Yeah, it was like 10 degrees here this morning. Yes, and time of storytelling. Katsiaya Saslocks put some comments in the chat box if you feel like checking those out. Any other baby or I don't want to say baby words, but just like some lingo that you guys, what can we come up with here that someone can use with a grandchild? What is some good grandchild type lingo? Help me out. I'll type and I'll say stuff.
Leslie.
Yes.
I was thinking about couscous name.
Yeah, okay.
But I want to see the breakdown. Couscous name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Kat.
That's like, it's like, well, you know, the neen, anytime that you put that at the end of something, it kind of represents like a with, right? With. And we know that couscous comes from the word kuts, to be small, but it's, oh, there's some more people trying to get in. Sorry. Thank you to those of you that are logged on. We're just taking a minute to talk about some baby type lingo or miap kawit tempt. Hey. The miap kawit tempt. Yeah, so it comes from kuts, but again, it's softer, and then that neen, you know that when you see that, it represents with, and I think that could have just been the Soyapa way of understanding it, because you see it with other words and you're like, huh, with this or with that, it almost makes it sound funny, but it just means like, it could mean like very, it could mean like very, or let me see here, very, or oops, kuts plus the neen.
I think my dad even used to say kut.
Kut. Oh my gosh. Oh, kut. Oh.
I don't know if it was a sandwich or a place, but I remember tet. Was that the coffee shop? And that meant hot or something?
Mm-hmm. Yes, hot. Yes, hot. And that comes from tatots. Tatots is hot, but it's shortened. So a lot of the baby lingo gets reduplicated. Kind of like how we have tatots, and then it gets shortened to the tut, so it gets reduplicated. Yeah, like that. So, yeah, that represents hot. Ma. I like the word for cat, because we used pits, but I saw the, I think Tetlow might have a whole list of baby words. He would be a good one to reach out to, because it was compiled, I forget who compiled it, but it was all the baby talk type lingo, like in a list, and it had all these little, you know, kind of beginning words, like how when I just mentioned, that it was cold, right? And I said, tsutsu. So that's actually like a baby type talk for cold, as opposed to the it's weights that we are used to seeing.
I remember I come in when we had class with Jim. I go, and he goes, oh, that's baby talk. I think he told me once.
Yeah, and there's a difference, but it's funny because you hear that phrase, like, so some people must have heard it a lot when they were little, I'm assuming, right? Like, you probably heard it a whole bunch growing up, because you hear a lot of adults that will still use it, and so that's pretty cool. Those of you that just logged on, Kutsi out, yeah, we're just taking a minute to kind of go over some either phrases or wording that you might use with like an infant, toddler, and and it doesn't have to be in the baby talk like this. It could just be regular. Somebody mentioned in the chat box, I love you. So that's a good one.
Oh, yeah, I always say that one too.
Yeah.
Anna always calls Hattie humlet.
Yeah. Humulets. Cutie or cute.
What is that? Mum? Is that one? Like
yeah, that come up here too. Mum. Referencing sleep.
No,
Did you
Cody.
see Saslak's comment? I think it is too. No, I'm just joking.
With his butt.
I don't know.
Oh, because baby Hattie and Nessa are they're first cousins, sisters. So like she said, Grandma Nana calls baby that homolets the cutie, and then he put in the comment box, LOL. Is that a tad bit of a jelly I heard, Ness? Funny. All right, well, this is a good start. So at least we're kind of breaking the ice and we're talking about it. And if we think of stuff, anything more, I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this. If you guys think of anything else, feel free to drop it, any phrases or words in the chat box. So that way we can save them and upload them later for Dean Dean. Because she's got a new grandbaby and she wants to use some words with her. But
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Let's say happy birthday. Eidsnin Leheng.
Eidsnin Witsa.
Eidsnin Leheng. Anthony Kawatiski.
Oh, Watis Kiwaku. Eidsnin Witsa.
Eidsnin Leheng. Anthony.
Gee.
Yeah, Watis is tomorrow. Watis. Oh, yeah, Watis.
Watisk means tomorrow. Well, you know that around here, if you're Nimipu, that you celebrate all week, so we're gonna have to sing to you today.
I understand that. It should be a month-long celebration.
Yeah, a month-long celebration. So I'm gonna go back to my whiteboard really fast, and you know what? We did this last quarter for who was it now? Was it Arlie? I think it was Arlie had a birthday. Arlie had a birthday during class, and so we went over the birthday song with her.
What's that? What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that before.
And we'll say that part twice. Eidsnin Witsat Lahain. We'll say it 2 times. And then the 3rd time, then we'll say his name in there. Eidsnin Witsat Anthony. And put his name in there.
Is it Witsat or Witsat?
Eidsnin Witsat. It's
Witsat.
Witsat. Yeah, Witsat. Eidsnin Witsat.
Oh, yeah, Witsat.
And then, but it comes from the word, so it does come from that word witsa, which to becoming. So like witsasa or hiutsayu, it comes from that same word. So yeah,
Damn.
Imimp means to you. So look at that ending there. I'm going to go through this really fast with you guys. Eidsnin witsat lahain. So eidsnin comes from to be happy, right? Eidsnin, eitsa, eidsniwas. You might recognize some of those words, right? Eids, to be happy, like the happy place. I'm happy. Witsat, we just talked about that, talking about becoming. So witsat is already set, saying that whatever has already become. And then imimp. What's that? Go ahead.
Would that be like Hutsayu?
Yep.
Hutsayu?
Comes from that same verb.
Makes sense when you.
And then, and then im is you, but we're saying to imim is yours. Sorry, I don't know why I'm writing this with the pen and not, oops, let me redo that, and not in the text box. But I'm just laughing at myself. Imim is yours, right? So like inim would be mine, imim, it is yours. So but then we're adding that who remembers what that is? Towards, right?
Oh, yeah,
So it
towards.
represents the locative, like if you're going to a certain place or something. So it's like towards yours, kind of, if that makes sense. Imimp, imimp. So there's just a slight hiss after you say that imimp, imimp, imimp. Yeah, all month. Cody said in the chat box, all month is your birthday. All right, so we're going to quickly sing this song to our fellow classmate Anthony. So get your singing voices ready and chime in so that way we can sing, all right? Eidsnen witsat lahain. Eidsnen witsat lahain. Eidsnen witsat Anthony. Eidsnen witsat imim. Yee! Speech. Eh? Awesome sauce. Well, happy birthday. I'm glad that you're spending your birthday here with us at language class. That's super awesome.
40, so I don't know how you say that.
Ooh, who knows how to say 40?
I've seen 20 as the bootless. So Pila.
Uh-huh. Pila upped. Todd Snick, dang.
So how would you say he is 40? Would you just use a he?
Pila upped hiwis or pila upped hiwis? Yeah, let's go back to our board. Yeah, so the big 4-0. So it comes from the word pilupt, right? Pilupt being 4, the number 4. But you're adding an upped it on there, upped it. Plus the upped it, which makes it into pila, upped it. 40. Pila upped it. Pila upped it. And then remember, when we're talking about somebody other than ourself, that's when we're adding on the hiwis, right? Oops, too many eyes. Hiwis, which represents is for he, she, or it. Cody's favorite word. Hiwis. And if you want to say ipi, you can say ipi, which means he or she, but you can also just say his name too, if you don't want to use that he or she. So if you want to say ipi hiwis pila eptit, you could say ipi hiwis.
That's how I always remember seeing
it. Or you could say Anthony Hewis. Pila eptit. Or if you just want to keep it plain Jane simple, you could just say Pila eptit Hewis. Making sense? Making sense?
It does.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the numbers it just threw me.
Yeah, we haven't gone over the numbers at all this quarter, so that was a good refresh, good recap to kind of bounce back and quiz our brains a little bit and see who remembers their numbers there. So Todd Snick, and yeah, Pila Eptit, good number, getting over that. What do they call the Maxim? Over the Toyum. Awesome sauce.
It's over Thunder Hill.
Leslie, one question.
Yeah.
How would I just ask Anthony, how old are you?
Ooh, good one. Who knows how to ask the question? Matswas in Miwit.
Oh yeah, Matswas. I went blank on it as I asked. Oh my gosh.
Matswas in Miwit. Yep, Muts and Miwit twas. Or if we're talking about Anthony, and he's not here, then you could even use the Hewis. Muts Hewis in Miwit. How old is he? If you're asking, if somebody's asking, oh, it's his birthday, well, how old is he? You know, so Muts and Miwit, Hewis, or Muts Hewis and Miwit.
That's a no.
He's like, all right, that's enough about me. Just tamales.
Next subject, China.
We're trying to look for a ayat for a
Well, take a look at all the participants here, and we'll pick out a single one for you. Hey, Ipsiwat, we need to find a Sima. Ipsiwat, Husik. Hey.
How do you say search?
Jeez, I didn't realize this class turned into a turned into a dating class. Yeah. Everybody turns off their camera. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. This is just what I needed. Holy smokes, you guys don't even know. I needed some good vibes for the day. Yeah, good chuckle. Feel like everything's just been on the go crazy, right? Yeah. So cutsy out, yeah. It's just what we needed.
Oh, everyone muting their videos now.
Yeah, turning off their cameras. Oh, it's too funny. All right. Where's my story at? Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry. I hope that you guys can read this. If you want, I could pull, if it's too far away for those of you sitting in that big classroom there, I could pull it up. I have it on a slideshow too. I could show it on the slideshow.
We're good here.
Is that okay?
Here.
Is that okay? Okay. I marked where we left off. So we're going over how Eel lost his bones in the bone game. Ooh, wait, let me play the recording really quick. We have a few new people on, so I want to make sure that they can hear Sam Waters tell the story, because that's the best part about it, is hearing those, hearing the Anakonma, our loved ones passed on talk, right? Where's my recording? Oh, there. So I'm going to play the recording, and then I'll share the screen so you guys can try to hopefully read and follow along. There it is. Let me know if you can hear it and see everything. Why is it not? Oh, there.
Next myth taken from Mr. Sam Waters on January 21st, 1967, deals with how Eel lost his bones in the bone game.
When I tell you it's in the Lachnewa, when next of Kakalahi was the Q-Telik. Kimat Kona Lepupi or Talvioya, Loch mit man. In West, the cow is Loch mit Ka. That's it. How many up me while up Hilo left, so Wahoki a Piloch Missy. Wet met the Siki Yarko, Kalam Lepuka Piloch Missy. Kapiloch me a wako. Mukats the Kapkini, Ka Hasukini. Kapiloch me a here, Quidats Ka O. Kamakush in base, the lamb, Ukakala Waka, bed to Waku Wetty to Col Lixine, que con Watson Tire Lix, que Yoki was has Koyoko Lam is a piece. Capets a Waka in Nats of Palmixon. Coca-Cola and peeps yok lam con ki nats a palms. Kopi piloch we my head like we ko pina ko na wapu ko itkatileti me kus ku kuna pes na lam peeps koni has who is tsaya peeps lich ska head.
Thank you, Gordy.
Peeps lam is a piece. Yoki while. So it's a short way.
Yay! And let me know if you guys want to hear it again. But what we've been doing is practicing trying to say those words ourselves, right? Ooh, the big challenge of getting our tongues to not only listen to how the elder there, Takis, said it, but then also practicing ourselves to get our tongues around these big words. They look intimidating and they sound intimidating, but the more practice that we have and the more times that we hear it, and so that's how come this class, like I mentioned, is going to be kind of repetitive. We're going to go through a lot of this over and over and over again. But that's how we're going to learn. It looks like we left off on don't let anyone interfere. Okay, right here. Don't let anyone interfere. And I don't remember if that means that we did that line already. Oh, yeah, we did. So that's where we left off yesterday. So that means we're going to pick up right here. Ka pilochmia. Ka pilochmia. So again, lochmit is the verb here. Lochmit, right there in the middle, you see that L-O-X. 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 I'm all L-O. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean. No. The L-O-X-M. Oh my gosh.
That's what I do when I try to pronounce something in English. You try to use the
Yeah, definitely. It turns into a habit, especially, when you're reading it a lot like this. And, your brain starts to switch. And that's how come we mentioned before, probably in another class, like, oh, my brain isn't Englishing right now. Like, sometimes you get used to looking at these Tutoka Temp documents or hearing it, writing it, and then when you try to switch back into English and you're like, I can't remember what that was.
I did that last night.
Yeah. So, welcome to the realm of language. That's just going to be a common thing for you guys. But it comes from that word lochmet, right? Lochme. And so you can see that it's a past tense there with the ya, and then the 3 on 3 at the beginning. So talking about suckerfish and eel, the storyteller isn't any part of that. It's just talking about it being played by a third person with another third person. Pilochmia. And wako. Yeah. Wako. Ooh, I love when Vina talks. Wako. Makes me want to step my game up. Wako. Wako. And mukats. Mukats is the suckerfish. Yeah, I like that name too. Mukats. It's kind of fun. But you're supposed to pop that Q, and I'm not popping it. So somebody say it and pop it for me. Hey. Mukats. Yeah. It's supposed to be a popping Q in there. So see that little mark that comes after the Q? That means that it's not only a Q, which is already said way deep, the bottom of our yehet here, but it's it also has to pop. Mukats. Yeah, mukats. Yeah. Very good. Nekapkinich. Nekapkinich. Ka. Hasu. Hasu is the river eel. It's so fun telling this story to the little ones because they the brains automatically go. They know what an electric eel is. And they're like, ooh, I know what an eel is. They electrocute you. And so then you have to get into, the ocean is way over there, and explain about the river. And it's been a lot of fun because we started doing this story this week and last week in the little kids classes. So Hasu Kinich. But I put the Kinika in there because it almost sounds like he's saying anyway. I think we just really, really, really need to keep listening to him say it. And again, I typed this up a good few years back, so sorry for any typos. But so I'm going to say those words again and repeating them 3 times each, and then we'll do the whole line straight across. So starting at ka, and I didn't put the description in there, but that means and, lamprey, Pacific lamprey, very good, yeah, ka, pilochmia, Pilochmia. 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 Wako. 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 Very good. Wako. Muckets. I'm trying to pop that Q. Muckets. Muckets. And you got to do that trick. Remember the trick that Anessa showed us? I don't know if you can see me, but if when you put your hand at the base of your throat there, muckets, and you should feel that Q here and not at the roof of your mouth, but down here, muckets, muckets. You should be able to feel it right there. Muckets. Yeah, muckets. Nakapkinich. 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 So that's like on the other side. So you know how you sit when you're playing stick game, Nakapkinich? They sit facing each other, right? Like this. And so it's saying, you know, like one of them was here and one of them was on the other side. Kahasukinich. Hasukinika. Ka. Hasu. Hasu. Kinnick. Good. All right, you guys ready to say the whole thing? Here we go. Ka pilochmia wako mukats nakapkine ka hasukine. Dang. Yes. Yes. Wow. You guys make it sound so easy. Hey.
Gotta know what we're saying, though.
Right? Yeah, and so that's a big thing too, is, you know, comprehensions, because a lot of times, you know, you start to listen to them and then your brain just automatically goes, you know, I don't know. And so you have to start. That's one thing I try to tell even the kids, like, start picking out the words that you recognize. Do you recognize a number in there? Do you recognize, you know, anything recognizable? And then you can start to kind of piece those puzzles together. And your brain will start to get used to that too. So then this next line says, they played almost the whole night long. And here's that one when we mentioned yesterday about which part of the story was your favorite. And a couple of you mentioned this part where he says, he, and he just really emphasizes that they played for a very long time. So, pilochmima. See how it changes here? Pilochmima. And that's one thing I like about this story too, is we're seeing those verbs in different forms. It's not always going to just be a one way that the verb is broken down. You're going to hear it in a few different formats. So, pilochmima. Pilochmima. He. Yeah, they played for a long time. Quite. This was the one I was having trouble with last week, remember? Or during our other story, Coyote and Monster, because you got to pop the Q, but then it's a glottal O, so then you have to cut your O off short, so it's like, and I don't know if I'm getting it. We need our takas, we need our elders present to make sure we're getting those down. Yeah, pop it and then stop it. Hey. We
Pop it, lock it.
Pop it, lock it, just don't drop it. Anthony's got us on a kick over here because it's birthday. Now we just got all our giggles going. Wheatets. Yeah, wheatets. And ka-o. Now the words here were copied exactly from kind of like what how the other text was when we did Coyote and Monster. It was copied word for word how it was written in the Nez Perce textbook from back in the 60s, early maybe late 60s when this story was recorded. And so when I retype it, and we'll just do those individual words again like we did on the first story, and then we can start to see how this all kind of breaks down. And sometimes the translation might be a little bit more detailed or not as detailed. It just kind of depends on how the translator at that time understood the story from the speakers, from Sam Waters' perspective. Okay, so we're going to say all those words 3 times again. And so, piloch mema, piloch mema, piloch mema. He. Ko, 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 ko. Wheatets, 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 wheatets. Ka'au, 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 ka'au.
Is weekends whole night or whole?
That's what I was just wondering. Wheatens.
Let's take a look-see. I'm going to pull up the dictionary for you all. Y'alls. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We're doing it. All right. Wheatets. Wheatets. Tell me what? Hey. Really? Matsayo over here? Acting like the little kids, ain't it?
So I was going through some old papers and I found how Eel lost his bones in the bone game. And
Yay.
I was Indian College, winter quarter 2015. They have all these words from there.
Oh, good. Yay.
I'll email it to you.
Cool.
Leslie.
Heck yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. And that's good because that's back when Satyao Weye Tanak Tuluin was still alive. So that's awesome. Little pieces of gold. See, you guys who hold on to all your notes like that. I've been trying to get in the habit of it. Yeah, right.
So in here they say wheatets is almost or nearly.
Almost or nearly. Yay! See, look I didn't even find it yet, so that's perfect. Wheatets, almost, nearly. And look, it's not even popping up anyway. Ooh, almost or nearly. And what did it say in that on the book here? Let's go back to our story. It said almost. Oh yeah, almost the whole night long.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wheatets. So they played almost the whole night long. Piloch memahi ko wheatets ka'au.
So what's the he?
For me.
Yeah. Enjoy your halchbetipt. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And enjoy your birthday in case if we don't see ya.
I'll try to be on the next one.
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. So why don't you guys go ahead, give that sentence there a try. Piloch memahi ko wheatets ka'au.
With a cow.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize that? Who here knows the days of the week?
Night.
Well, it says, see, this is what I'm talking about. When the translator who wrote this, that's probably how it was explained, to him or whoever wrote it out. But if you know the days of the week, you know that means like dawning, right?
Yeah.
Dawning. So it's talking about them playing dawning, like all night. I guess it's representing as all night, but it ka'au. Ka'au is actually the dawning or day. It's used in the days of the week. Days of the week. Lapit ka'an, mitat ka'an, pilip ka'an.
Oh yes, that's it. Says that dawn and all night. All night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. All right.
So just a quick question. So like La Pitapa, is that what it is? La Pitapa Ka'an?
Mm-hmm.
You're adding the N on there then because it's at that time then? Just I just wondered.
Yeah. Yep. So lapit kaon, and then lapitipa kaon. That's how I understand it, and how I had learned it was like on Tuesday, whereas above it's just saying Tuesday. But I know that there have been some elders, Tatyao, who have passed, who use that regularly just to say Tuesday. So, you know, and I can't speak for just from my own understanding is that's what it means. But yeah. Hey, what do you think? Anybody? Is there any other? Let me see who else is on here. K Patch, Wike. Oh, Toyachnin. Yeah, what is your, do you guys have any other understanding on that? Or Vina might know more than me, so there's probably, but that's my understanding, is at or on Tuesday, whereas Lapit Ka'on just is Tuesday.
Well, just because that one has the N, and then in the story is no N.
Yeah. Ka'on. Oh, the N? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Like in the story, it's just caught out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see that. Let me go back here. Hold on.
But this made me think about the day when you're asking
that. Yeah. And if you have a dictionary, look up that word, because you'll hear it more in I don't know. It's weird, because if you listen to like some old recordings and stuff, you'll hear that ka'au used a lot more than the term, like, well, at least I have anyway, for like lahane, or I'll hear talks more than I hear like lahane, but I know lahane is really a normalized word that we use now, or a contemporary word, I guess, but it would be so awesome to just fly back in time and like listen to some of the old ones. Hold on, I'm almost there. I'm looking for it, and then I'll share my screen.
Well, just like the ka'au would be like, just ka'au.
Oh, chubby.
Just ka'au.
Just
You know, I mean, that's just about the same. Ka'au.
That one's with the Q.
Just
Ka'au.
ka'au.
Just ka'au.
I be like uh-oh.
I mean, that's
In the back of the dictionary.
Uh-huh. I
Be
found.
like. Yeah, be like. Uh-oh. It's going. It must be. It's going to be like the dawning coming.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I pulled it up right here. To be dawn. To stay up until dawn. So see, a lot of times our verb stems will have multiple meanings. So this is a verb stem, just like many of the other ones that have multiple meanings. So even though it means to be dawn, to be the day, it also means to stay up all night, or up until the dawn, which is how they're using it in the story. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm glad you asked that question, because I always just thought of it as dawning.
That's neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Learning something new here, all of us. Inca.
Who still does that?
Start looking.
Birthday boy.
The birthday boy. Yeah. Oh, he's gone, so we can make jokes. You know. Yeah. Stay up all night. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. If you guys want to look more into that, that is in the Nez Perce dictionary here. Under K-A, the little glottal thingy, a W.
22.
Yeah, and it's got so many examples. They just keep going and going and going. Oh, here, all night. Ka'au. Ka'au. The pages align a little bit different on the PDF, but if you have the hard book, which I don't have mine in front of me, but yeah, see, then there's the days of the week. Ah, and it's got the active participle. Who said that last week? The participle. I think that was Chris. Yeah, the participle or whatever it's called.
The participial suffix.
I'm not good with those.
What does that mean, anyways? The active
Participial. Oh my God, you guys.
I know. That's why I'm like, is that a typo? Is that a typo? Participle, right?
No, it is participle.
Yeah, but
Participle.
with that last
The
I is what I'm
participial.
wondering. Is that
You would say
last
like
I
a
particular?
participial phrase. Participial phrase is like smiling sweetly. The girl ran away.
I'm gonna go look that up.
Yeah, that's a Tutlo question. Eh? I'm like, I don't know the participial. Eh? Participle. His ears, his matzayo probably just all tut 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 totes. Funny. Oh my gosh. Cool. But yeah, so here it is. Oh, even the morning star. Ka'au not. Ka'au not. Morning star. Ka'au not. The dawner. Ka'au not. That's pretty.
I like where it can come out not.
Ka'au not. Ka'au not.
What's the nut?
Agentive suffix. Tot sapnet. Tot sapnet. Oh,
Okay,
you
Leslie,
guys.
I'll see you then. This is Vina. I'll see you guys Friday.
Okay, katsi out, yeah. I had to
take care.
I'm so glad you made it. All right.
Crazy.
Enough
Do a
of-
class on this.
I
dictionary.
know. Seriously, we do need to have a dictionary recap day. I know. I think we did that last quarter, maybe once or twice, or it might have been the summer quarter. It was one of them. I know that we sat down and just kind of hammered out through the dictionary because that's a lot, and especially all those terms. Like I feel confident in navigating through it, but understanding some of that terminology, like that linguistical. What is that? Like, I know how it makes sense on there, but like how, yeah, where's all our linguists at? All right, now I forgot where we were. Oh, yeah. There, okay. Ka'au. All right. Kamukasnim. So here it's saying, and the sucker fishes. You recognize that nim at the end of the mukas. So sort of similar to enim being mine, mukasnim being sucker fishes. So kamukasnim pahisna. He won from him. He won from him. It's got that 3 on 3 there at the beginning. Pahisna. Hissa is to win. Hissa is like I'm winning right now. Use that when you go to the casino. Eh? Yeah, put that in your mind when you go casino. Hissa. That positive self-talk. Eh?
What is the name of the casino now?
P hissin anit. So see that hiss is in there right here.
Hissin anit.
P hissin anit. Yeah, so it's like a winning place. Eh? Winning or losing, because see they both stem from that same word. It's funny. They both stem from that similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we have la'am. La'am. Remember this was a word that was in our last story as well, so you might be starting to recognize it. La'am meaning everything, all. La'am. All as in things. So la'am talking about all things, not talking about people. You're okay. Talking about all things, not people, because we know that oikolo means all people, but la'am meaning all like objects, I guess. And then ko. There it is again. Ko. Quite. He had won from him everything quite. Kachkala. Awaka. That's like it was. Hi, Scooby. Oh, you're Tacom call. Oh, he heard us call his name. Look. Hi, Scooby. Oh. Scooby Dooby Doo. Hamolets. He looks more chill, not as hyper.
He just woke up from his nap.
Aww.
Oh, it's so cute.
Uh-huh. And then that last word, pet two. Who remembers that? Who remembers pet two? We talked about this in the last story a little bit. Pet two.
Let's speak.
It's talking about the things. So again, it's talking about where all the things. So patu could just be, it's just like a, you know, when you're saying things, it could be anything really, but here they're using it in representation of what the suckerfish had won from the river eel. So mukats is winning, and all of the things, all of the things. It makes you wonder what they all bet, and how come that river eel bet his scales and his bones. The muttons.
Change in his pocket.
Right? So, but here is where that question really comes in, because it's like, so ka mukasnim pahisna. So, and you'll hear like a short, fast, and sweet version or something, you know. So if there was ever a version of this where there was a little bit more detail.
Yeah, but it's sucker bet.
Yeah, how come suckerfish isn't? Yeah. Yeah, all the sapnet we have, all the sapnet that come from when you study these stories, it's pretty neat. Oh, we forgot to say it all the way. So I'm going to say each of those words 3 times. Ka, 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 mukusnim, mukusnim, mukusnim. See how the stress jumps to that second U. Mukusnim, mukusnim. Pahisna, 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 pahisna. Kakala, 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 awaka, 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 petu, petu. Oh wait, petu. I was popping my tea, and my tea doesn't need to pop. Petu, 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 petu. My bad.
What is kakala?
Kakala, kakala.
Now, what's the color of your hair?
Oh my gosh, did you just say that? Your mic is on, eh? That was awesome. It means color. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. So you might remember, well, we covered it a little bit in the last, let me go back to the dictionary. In the last class, we went over kehka, kemka, kemechka. Oh, good, we're already in the Ks. So, I don't remember if it's before this or after this. It's probably after. But you know what kala is, right? Kala? You know kala. Yeah, so it's kind of like adding a when, just, or like when, enough. Where am I at? Oh, here's the ke. Ke. Kakona. Kamaka. Kapamka. Kakala. Whatever. The amount of whatever. The amount of whatever. So it's not really saying how much. It's just saying so much. The amount of whatever it is that you're talking about. Hey, you're kitsui. Hey. Top sapnet. And so this is found in your dictionary under ke. Right here. Ke. And there's all those examples. So we talked about this one a little bit last quarter. About when I, when you, when she or he, when they, when we. And yeah, it's a really, really good words to know. So I encourage all of you to find that, you know, do some extra credit for yourself and take a look at those. There's so many of them. Like, I used to have them written out and I just like posted up in my workspace so that way I could start to remember. And that was just this section here. That was just the top. That wasn't even this whole part. And so that way I could get those phrases down, right? And thank you. Oh, Katsuya. But yeah, but the one that we're talking about in the story is a little bit further down right here. Yeah, or did I pass it? Kapamka. Kamka. Oh yeah, right there. Oh no, kaka. Yep. So yeah, I encourage you guys to take a peek-see in the dictionary if you have one, when you have free time. I know we're all super busy, but I'm so grateful that you guys have all logged on today and have all carved out this time to be here because it's so very important. And I want to give a shout out. She's not here, but if you guys see Skyla in maybe over in Judge's class or next time she's logged on this class, or if you see her out and about, give her some kudos because she is going to start teaching at Tiny Tots to Tokatimpt. That's so
neat.
cool, right?
Awesome.
That is, oh man, she told me after class on Monday and she's nervous, but I was like, you got this. And I was like, this is like, you know, prayers being answered, like the door is opening up for these other people to really get out there and make some moves. So yeah, I'm so stoked for her. But she did say that she can't really be in class a lot now because she's going to be working over there with them. But yeah, I told her to reach out to any of us. So I said, we're all here for you. But yeah, so cutsy out, yo. You guys made my day today. I just want you guys to know that. Yes, take advantage of the free PDF file. Yeah, and I'll repost the PDF into the Google Drive if you guys need the dictionary if you don't have one. Cutsy out, yeah. Kakotsat kanaka hechnu. At hatwissa oikolona. At the pit. Yep, have a tot slahing. Hatwissa. Peace out. Thanks for logging on. All Lost Spirit Beads, I love you. And I think Louis was on earlier and he's commenting something, but sorry, when I get busy with the class, I don't really have a lot of time to chat, but I just want you guys to know if you ever want to join in on the class, I can send you the Zoom link.